Health and peace and happiness for everyone. Ashreinu, how good and beautiful is our heritage. Parashat Kedoshim, Tafshin Pei Bet. The sequence of Chagim and Shabbatot this year is Pesach and then Parashat Achrei, Parashat Kedoshim and then Yom Ha'atzmaut. Last week we discussed the connection between Pesach, Yetziat Mitzrayim, and Parashat Achrei. Am Yisrael leaving Egypt, being freed from the slavery to the Mitzrim, was not just to be a free nation, but also to create a nation that will have unique behavior. The Torah directs our behavior. It does not prevent us from natural norm and human needs and behaviors, but it restricts them. It tells us you're allowed to eat meat, but refrain from the blood. We are allowed to create the normal relationships between a man and a woman, but there is a list of restricted connections between men and women, and that way the Torah directs us, and the Torah tells us that this is necessary for us to be able to live in Eretz Yisrael. This week we continue to Parashat Kedoshim. Parashat Kedoshim gives us positive commandments. Kedoshim tiyu, be holy. Also restraints, but also positive guidance. Sur mera va'aseh tov, refrain from negative things, but actively perform positive actions. For instance, there has to be justice, tzedek, but also charity, tzedakah. Do not steal and don't use measurements that are not accurate and are not just, but also give charity, for example, in the form of the gifts in the fields that we give to the poor people. Don't eat the fruit of the tree in its first 3 years, but then in the 4th year, you can take that fruit to Yerushalayim, eat it b'kedusha and sanctity in Yerushalayim, and from the 5th year, you are allowed to eat the fruits. We are taught through restraint how to take this world in a proper and holy way. This is expressed also in the bracha that we say when we get married in the kiddushin. We say, Asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav, Hashem sanctified us. How? Asher asar v'asher itir. There are forbidden relations between men and women, and then they are permitted within marriage. And then we end that bracha with saying, Baruch atah Hashem, mekadesh amo Yisrael alidei chuppah v'kiddushin. By going through this process, we sanctify our human behaviors. We live human lives in a sanctified way. And all of this, Parashiot, Achrei and Kedoshim together are teaching us. We have been given the gift of Medinat Israel. And the gift that we want to give back to Medinat Israel, to the Israeli society, is just that. The direction that the Torah directs us, telling us how to restrain ourselves, how to guide ourselves and act actively in Kedusha, in holiness, in positive ways. This is the gift, this is the blessing that we want to give to the state of Israel and to the Israeli society with the help of Hashem. May we merit to be able to give this blessing to Medinat Israel and the Israeli society. Shabbat Shalom, Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach.